talk about that to this very day. You guys, are ready for your next storyteller? Yeah! Coming all the way down from Grass Valley, very funny. Make it loud for Audrey Delgado.
Hello, everybody. I don't know if I can hold this. It was so cool when she held that. Hi. I'm just going to get right to it. I have flexible morals. And everybody always wants to find out like where it kind of originated. Actually, no one really cares to find out. But I had to figure it out. And one day in my childhood stands out the most. It was first grade, and I'll just back up a little bit. I'll start with the morning. I adore my sister. I look up to her. I would love to emulate her, and she feels completely opposite for me. I know this, but I do everything I can to try to emulate her without her knowing. So the best way I can comfort this sadness of my sister not loving me is I'll steal borrow her shit. And then get it sneakily back where it lived. And I did this several times, and this was no different. But she had a banana clip. Banana clip, everybody? You weren't sure if anyone knew what a banana clip was? Woo! Means yes. This was a specific banana clip. It was gold ribbon with little pearls braided within it. It was lovely. It came in a 3-pack at about $150, which was cheap even for our house. So after she had already left for school, I had snuck into our room, and I had pulled that banana clip, and I pulled it up over my rat nest of hair. Now, I was a huge tomboy, and I didn't really wear the best clothes. I had torn jeans, I was dirty, I had long rat nesty hair, but as soon as I put that banana clip on, I was just as cool as my older sister. Well, let me tell you why. Forward to the soccer field where I hung out with all the guys, because like I said, I was a tomboy. I was the best kickball player, or one of them. Anyone in kickball? Yeah, kickball. Thank you. I'll tell you how cool I was. Like, I was picked while there were still guys to be picked on the team. I was like third. Super cool. I was a guy. It all went downhill in middle school, but at first grade, I was pretty much in charge. So everybody kind of listens to me when I'm hanging out. So before the bell is going to ring, and I come in super cool with my banana clip, and I say, would everybody love to play cards? I just learned a new game. Let me back up the night before. We're hanging out, me and my 3 siblings. I'm 3 of 4. And my dad never really knows what to do with us. We don't really have a mother that observes our childhood. And so he's kind of left up to his devices. Since he doesn't really know what to do with us, he had a canvas bag of pennies, and he threw it on the table, and he told all of us to divide it. So we go there, and we learn to count really young. And we start dividing everything in piles. And as soon as we did it all, there was still a lot of night left, and my dad then had an idea, and that's when we learned how to play blackjack. We did learn how to play poker, but it was easier for us to play. We learned how to ante and use the pennies and everything. I could not wait to get it to school the next day. So I get to school, and I'm showing all the kids, and they're all circling around me as they do. And so I'm starting to teach them, and I'm just gonna say, I do not cheat. I just knew how to win before them. I was showing them the different ways you could win at blackjack. I didn't tell them blackjack, I did tell them 21. Since we were all in first grade, they could understand that it was a numbers game. And they were like, I can count to 21. I'm like, you sure can. So I'm winning great. I'm getting quarters, dimes, nickels. Don't give me no pennies. I know what I'm doing. And then there's this boy, and he comes over, and we can just call him Billy the Bully, just because he was a bully. So he comes over and he starts playing a game, and I'm showing him how to play, and then he starts losing money. And just like any bully named Billy, he got really butthurt. And then he started to come up to me and tell me, "You're cheating." I'm like, "I'm not cheating here. I'm showing y'all how to play a game, all right? I'm showing you all, and you have to play with money, and if you have money, then that's how it plays." So I was very nervous that he was going to do what he did, and he did raise his hand, and he clunked right on top of my head. And that's when I heard the crack, the crunch, not of my skull, of my sister's banana clip. Was the look I gave him. I'm holding on to it for dear life. I'm like, the past just happened. Maybe it's not real. And it's just not holding on. And he's seeing the horror on my face because I'm going to die when I get home. So then he looks at me and he's really worried, and I start to notice how worried he is. And I'm just like, "You're not gonna die, I'm gonna die." But he thinks that he has hit me on top of my head and hurt me. He does not know my family. So he's wondering, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And then I hold out the banana clip, and then a hustle spark is formed. And then I'm just looking at him. He's really worried. I'm still in shock about the death that I'm going to have when I get home. And then I hear him say, "What can I do?" And then I start to... And he's like, "Well, I'll pay for it. How much was it?" And I'm like, "It's too much. It's too much." "How much?" "It's like $5. And what does he do? He pulls out his little blue wallet with the Velcro strap, Velcro peelback, and he holds out a crisp $5 bill. What the hell is a boy named Billy, who's also a bully, with a $5 bill in his pocket? I was like, I will note that for later. So I'm there, and I'm crying, and then I put it into my pocket. Bell rings, day is going on. I'm great. The only thing I'm worried about is getting home. How am I going to explain it to my sister? She's just going to know, and she's going to destroy me. She's going to do it before my parents come home, and then she's going to wake me up and to do it again when we have to go to bed. She will kill me twice in one night, so I'm worried, and I get home, and then my sister sees me, and she just snarls, picks up her homework, and goes to the other room. And I'm like, I think I'm safe. So I sit down, and I'm good. A few minutes later, my dad walks in, and he just hustles in, and he storms through, and we're all on the couch like, "Hi, Dad." And he's not mad at us, he just hates us. So he goes into the room, I'm still feeling all right, I'm not harmed, I've done my chores, I'm good. And then I hear it. "Everybody get on the goddamn coffee table." Now, I don't know if you have Vietnam veteran parents, but they will line you up on a coffee table because they don't know how to talk to children. They need to look you in the eye. Like, you're like an adult. And so he lines us up, and I'm just like, oh, shit, what's going on? No, I've done everything. I'm good. He doesn't know anything about the banana clip, nor would he care. And then he says, "Everybody, I had a $5 bill in my back pocket of my pants, and one of you is a thief. Someone has it. You can confess now, or you can deal with the consequences. Shit. What was I gonna do? I mean, I would have to lie because it technically isn't his money. But we weren't allowed to have money in our pockets as kids in our house. I don't know why. It was really cool to find out you all got money growing up. It's weird. But you never learned how to hustle kids out of money either. So, it's a toss-up. So he goes and he's searching my sister, and he's searching my brother, and I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I can't tell him about the banana clip. My sister will find out about the banana clip, and then I'll have to. And then he gets to me. You have any confessions? And I'm just like, no. And then he's like, I'm gonna search. You gotta tell me. And then he starts to pat you down to the Vietnam vet. I don't know. We were also at parade rest. So he's patting me down, and then I'm trying to like squiggle this way, like don't go to the pocket, It's like and then he finds it and he pulls out the $5 bill, and everybody looks at me, because I'm the evil one. I'm the third in line, He went from my sister to my brother to me. Didn't even hit my little brother yet. Didn't even land on my little brother yet. So then he finds it, and then I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do, and he said, how did you get this? And I said, I found it in the laundry. And I know the rules. Whatever you find in the laundry, a dollar bill, a quarter, anything, is fair game. Anything more than a $5 bill was absolutely no in our family. It was evil for you to have money. You were a thief. And then it was a good way for my dad to also pocket extra change. He found it for me. He's like, oh sweet. I was like, how many Coronas I can get with that? So then I told him that, and I know I lied, but I just had a very little light punishment of some sentences and maybe some lashings. But I do believe that I took the lesser of two punishments and saved myself from certain death from my sister. And that's how I live to tell the tale. Thank you, everybody. My name's Audrey.
More time for Audrey Delgado.